Isaiah Thomas, the other Isaiah Thomas, the 60th pick back in 2011. This guy can score, Shaq.
He can flat out score. You know, if you look at his number.
This is 2K Sporking at the last game for the Houston Rockets. It was a win against the Spurs. A 3-point win in that one. Always nice to come out on top in a close game.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game. And no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Durant, Bird out there with Duncan. Then there's Kobe. And it's Thompson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Thompson. The 10-footer. And it falls over the rim and in.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Terrence Jones was part of the 2012 championship team at Kentucky with Anthony Davis. And in year 2 with the Rockets, stepping into the starting role at power forward.
Harden against Kobe. Harden kicks to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. About 1 minute into the first quarter.
And Jones able to play on the perimeter a bit to create space for Dwight Howard inside. A former point guard in his younger days. He's a good ball handler, but his passing and shooting still a work in progress.
Now here's Beverly. He's tightly guarded. Stolen by Durant. Thompson against Harden. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Bryant. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
And Terrence Jones listed at 6'9" with a 7'2" arm span. Those numbers tell you he plays bigger.
He really does. He's strong on both. Both backboards. He brings some shot blocking presence, and he's still really young and starting to put it all together. But I love his potential, and I like the progress he's shown to this point.
Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Thompson outside. He kicks it to Durant. 6 to shoot. Kobe goes in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Beverly. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who is already historically great just take his game to another level.
And with Kevin Durant, his goal is to become the greatest player in NBA history. Nothing less. That's what he's striving for. He sees that potential in himself, believes it is there, and I think that motivates him.
Durant hits them both.
And what I see with Durant, he's fallen in love with the process of becoming great. The hard work isn't so hard for him because he truly enjoys the process of working to get better at basketball.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. The Warriors packing Oracle Arena, but plans for a new arena on the San Francisco waterfront by 2018. I've seen pictures. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, I can only imagine. One of the great fan bases in all of basketball. Change of location from their original intended spot on the piers, the spot known as Mission Bay, about a mile south.
And a new coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's Beverly. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ariza has the open look, and that one's on target from the wing. Ariza's got his first basket of the night. Warriors leading by 6.
Well, and you look at the hurdles the Warriors had faced with their planned arena site on the piers. Political, bureaucrats, financial issues, and the cost of renovating the piers. But with their new site, those issues pretty much gone. Easy to see why they went in another direction.
Pass to Thompson. Fires for 3. Outside, Kobe. Durant against Harden. Durant kicks to Duncan. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
And for the Warriors, a new line called the Central Subway, under construction, is expected to have a stop a block away from the new arena. So really good public access when that happens. And that's really good to hear, especially for Oakland fans still hoping to attend the game. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And that one's good.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Dishes it to Beverly. On the pass to Howard. Shoots from the block. Oh, that's blocked. Durant with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And again, Kevin Durant. Durant's got 6.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple of years back when Dwight signed with Houston. The photo included a lot of those. Former Rocket big men, and I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza, and it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. And Curry, here we go. Good! Curry's got his first bucket in this one.
And the Rockets hiring Hakeem Olajuwon to work with Dwight on his moves. And between the Dream and Kevin McHale, that's a wealth of post-scoring expertise for Howard to draw upon. But again, those two guys did it at a Hall of Fame level. Dwight has that potential, but will he put in the work necessary to grow into that type of low-post score?
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And Kevin McHale has worked with Dwight on trying to stay low and exploit his quickness advantage, beat his defender to the spot, and then power through for the finish.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Griffin with the ball, and Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Griffin.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
It's Harden with the drive, and he gets it to go.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Paul outside to the left wing. Lock at 6. Curry outside. That's good. Curry's got 5 now.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Durant with the steal. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here is Daniels, defended by Durant. Lets it go with the 3. Daniels, no good. Right side Curry. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 8 points for Steph Curry.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Warriors.
The NBA season gains momentum. Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets take on Nicholas Batum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And welcome. Back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph Curry's out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Durant. Then there's Griffin. And it's Aldridge in at the 4th spot. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Clippers.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets play an up-tempo attacking style of basketball. Last season, the second most turnovers in the NBA and the most three-point attempts. Coach Kevin McHale said, this is a team of home run hitters. They're going to swing sometimes when they shouldn't, but that's who they are. I'm not going to make them bunt. Good philosophy, Kevin.
They're always aggressive, Doris. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Terrence Jones is checked in for Howard. Lisa comes in for Johnson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Cannon.
Second team foul.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Another shot, Jones. Great D that time from Griffin. Inside. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Cans it from downtown. Lillard's got his second basket of the night. Rockets trail by 20. You know, for a player who's starry, he expanded his game, certainly this past year.
Well, I can tell you this. I am not one of those naysayers because I think Blake Griffin was the 3rd best player in the NBA last year. The offensive expansion to his game, the post-game, the passing, the ball handling in transition. I mean, he is an amazing player, and he has gotten better and better every year.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Adrian passes to Jones. Adrian kicks to Jones. No good. And Golden State will come the other way.
And, you know, hey, anytime a player starts to get a lot of endorsements and TV spots, it puts them under the magnifying glass. You become a target. Other players see Blake Griffin on that pedestal, and they're not going to hesitate sometimes to try to take him down the peg.
From 11 feet away, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Beverly's got his first bucket of the night. Warriors leading by 20. Griffin inside, working on Jones. Lillard outside. Right side, Griffin. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And for Griffin, an all-star from his rookie season, the spotlight came early, but it hasn't taken away from his competitive drive. And I think the criticism he's faced, fair or not, will only spur him to greater heights.
Ariza outside. Takes the 3. And there's Daniel. That's good on the assist by Ariza. Daniels has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And there's the feed to Curry. Lillard outside. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots. Patrick Beverley is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him. And how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
That's good from Beverly. And Patrick Beverly, a nice find for the Houston Rockets, makes an ideal pairing with Harden in the backcourt.
Yeah, he sure does, Kevin, because he's tough, he's defensive-minded. He's a good complement to Harden, and I think any team in the league would love to have him just because of that toughness and that competitive desire.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Duncan with the screen for Thompson. Another three for Golden State.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
And Beverly kicks to Jones. And the layup is good. Jones has got his second basket of the game.
Well, Beverly learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in a 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that way, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverly still fanatical about his conditioning.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, gentlemen, Stephen Curry, arguably the league's best perimeter shooter. Curry said, "I love everything about shooting, but mostly that perfect form when your body is in rhythm from the time you plant your feet to the time you release the ball. Everything is smooth and calm. It moves through you like a wave. It's a beautiful thing." Kevin, no doubt.
It is indeed. Thanks, Doris. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of the game.
He's having a much tougher time here in the second. His shooting percentage is way down, and I think that's a function of the kinds of shots he's taking.
Kobe, that's good. And so Patrick Beverly, taken in the second round in 2009. Clark, the final cut at training camp by the Miami Heat. He spent the next 5 years playing in Greece and in Russia.
You're right, Kevin. Those are physical leagues where they allow a lot of contact. His defense was how he survived. And even now, that's his bread and butter. That's how he plays. He defends.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Duncan with the screen for Thompson. In low to Duncan. Stolen by Harden. And here's the fast break. Ariza dishes to Adrian. Larry Bird grabs the miss. Bird's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Ariza. Beverly with the ball. Working on Thompson. There's the pick. Tries it from the top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
The Rockets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Well, last season they only hit 71% of their free throws, so this is a continuing problem, guys.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Terrence Jones. Johnson comes in for Jeff Adrian. And it's Cannon in for Trevor Ariza. Now, here's Thompson. He had 25 points in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, not to mention 4 big steals on the night. He was getting it done at both ends of the floor.
No good trying to beat the buzzer. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
Kevin, what has allowed...